Kia ora, welcome to the Cleine Line. I'm Jamie Cleine, Mayor of Bulla, and this podcast is a place for honest conversations about local government, life on the coast, and everything in between. This isn't the official council line, it's my personal take, with no spin, no script, just open reflections on what's happening in our communities, around the council table, and yeah, sometimes from the halls of Parliament too. In today's episode, we're talking about something that's really taken off across the world, and it's now thriving right here in Westport too. We're going to talk parkrun. Now, you may have heard the name but don't know the story, but parkrun is one of those brilliant ideas that started small and ended up building into a global community. So the parkrun story all began back in 2004 in a place called Bushy Park, London. A man named Paul Sinton Hewitt and a group of 13 runners met for a timed 5-kilometre run. No entry fees, no medals, no fuss, just people showing up on a Saturday morning to run together. What made it different was its simplicity and inclusiveness. You register once online, print a barcode, and then you can turn up at any parkrun anywhere in the world. Your time is recorded, you get your results emailed or texted to you, and the whole thing is run by a group of dedicated volunteers. From that one event in London, parkrun is now spread to over 2,000 locations across 22 countries with millions of registered runners. New Zealand was the first country outside of the UK to host parkrun when, back in 2012, Lower Hutt Parkrun began near Wellington. Since then, it's grown steadily. And today, there are more than 40 parkrun events happening every Saturday across the country from Whangarei to Invercargill. Now, here in Aotearoa, parkrun is about more than running. It's about walking, volunteering, meeting people, and supporting well-being. You certainly don't have to be a runner. People often walk with their dogs, push prams, and bring the kids along. It's great that it's open, it's free, and it's every week, rain or shine. Westport is now part of this global movement with our own Lost Lagoon Parkrun. Now, this kicked off about 14 weeks ago, and already we've seen locals and visitors joining in, making it a real community hub on a Saturday morning. To find out more about the inspiration behind bringing the Lost Lagoon Parkrun to life, I caught up with two of the local legends who'd made it happen. First, I spoke with Gary Bowden, who works locally in the mental health field.
Working in the mental health space, a big advocate for physical activity being part of maintaining well-being, and the whole kind of ethos of parkrun really fits with that in terms of the community connection as well as the movement. It ticks lots of boxes in terms of people's well-being. In terms of parkrun itself and getting established, you know, you're part of a national, international body, I guess. So there's a few hoops you have to go through to make sure it's, you know, consistent and safe. Yeah, that's right. Parkrun themselves, it is a global brand. It's 20 years old now, and they quite rightly they have quite strict with what they require with setting up an event. So it did take some time to do, largely around ensuring people's safety. Hence, all the options for tracks couldn't be near any roads, for example. That's one of the big sort of deal breakers. It can't cross any roads. But when we test run the lagoon, we love the location here, and it actually works out quite nice with it being 3 laps as well, which gives people the option of they can come and do 1, 2 or 3 laps, but it makes it social as well. There's a bit of a gathering, I hear, after parkrun some days. Definitely, yep. There's a big emphasis on the connection side of it. So we've partnered with one of our local cafes, PRs, and yeah, we encourage people to come along if they fancy and have a coffee and a catch up. And particularly our parkrun tourists, they love when they come and visit us to come along and meet the locals and have a coffee and talk parkrun afterwards. So we've met some really good people from around the country who have travelled far and wide to come and join us. So it's really great connecting with those people. Another key player in bringing the Lost Lagoon Parkrun to life was local man Paul Cannell, who had experience in parkruns in other parts of New Zealand.
So I was involved in it previously on the Kapiti coast where I lived before I shifted down here, and I used to really enjoy going on a Saturday morning. I could see the benefits of it. I really liked that it was a sort of an all-inclusive event. It wasn't an event for elite athletes. There was everybody who was coming to at any stage of their fitness journey, and they could participate without any sort of prejudice or pressure. So when I came to Westport and realised that there wasn't one here, I was keen to be involved in trying to set one up, and luckily I was able to connect in with a few of the locals who kind of had the same ideas, and we were able to collaborate and bring it together.
So one of the things I find interesting, I come down, when I can to either volunteer or participate, is the number of people that come. Nearly every Saturday there's someone visiting from out of town that's doing parkrun.
Yeah, it's been great. There's a huge community nationwide and probably even worldwide that are part of the, parkrun movement, I suppose you could call it. So although that wasn't really the intention of getting it started, it's been a sort of a nice add-on. I suppose it helps in terms of the overall image of the area and, giving people a reason to come here and experience what we've got in the Buller.
So the Lost Lagoon Parkrun was born, and for the past 14 weeks at about 7:45 on a Saturday morning, between 40 and 60 runners assemble for the pre-event briefing. They then walk across the well-formed boardwalk across what we do call the Lost Lagoon to the official start line where they begin their 5-kilometre parkrun event. Now, certainly from what I've seen, there is no typical parkrun field. There are some there very serious and they carve out the 5 kilometres in about 19 minutes. There are others that are there to walk with the pram or the children, and others that are just taking their time for a mid-level run with the dog. It's a really mixed field, and almost every Saturday there is someone visiting from out of town. I caught up with Rob, visiting from Christchurch, here to see family.
This is my 5th one, but I've done a lot of running, so I decided to do some of these to help keep fit in the mornings. Yeah, I track my times, but it's pretty slow today, so I don't know. Yeah, I run to the tip head quite often, so when I come here, so I enjoy that. Yeah, but I know part of the I've run it all before. Yeah, but no, it's good, great course though.
Another exciting part of the story is the partnership with Speed Freaks, a running organisation that supports people in recovery from addiction and mental health challenges through running and community. Now, recently, the Speed Freaks brought a team from Christchurch to join the Lost Lagoon Parkrun, led by their West Coast coordinator, Jessica.
I'm based in Greymouth, and I've just started working with the Speed Freaks, which are a running group that use running to support people recovering from mental health and addictions. Speed Freaks do have a partnership with Parkrun across the country because both services do focus on inclusion and participation. So we do like to turn up on Saturday mornings at different parkruns across the country. This weekend, we've had a Speed Freaks team from Christchurch come over to support me in establishing the role here. Yesterday, we had a run in Greymouth, and I just thought it would be really nice to come and bring everyone up to Westport, see parkrun, see the beautiful lagoon, and just connect with the running community here. I guess for parkrun, it's as you say, there's running or walking, there's physical benefits of that, but I think it's also you're out in the house, you're with like-minded people, you get a real sense of connection, you meet new people. It's just a really good vibe and makes you feel good being here. There's a lot of support, but also there's no pressure. You can just turn up, do what you want at your own pace and have a good time.
One of those visiting Speed Freaks from Christchurch was Brad, and he certainly enjoyed himself for his first time on the Lost Lagoon Parkrun.
I'm part of the Speed Freaks Foundation or Charity Trust in Christchurch. I'm peer volunteer. First time doing it, great course. Everybody come along, can't recommend it enough.
So that's Parkrun, a simple idea that's turned into a global community movement. Now alive and well right here in Westport with the Lost Lagoon. It's free, it's fun, and it's for everyone. If you're listening and haven't been along yet, why not give it a go? Saturdays, 8 a.m. at the Lost Lagoon. Whether you walk, run, or volunteer, you'll be part of something much, much bigger. This episode, I'm going to leave the last word to our visitor, Brad from Christchurch. I really couldn't have put it any better myself.
It totally is. Everyone hears about it and they come along and they fall in love with it and they just keep on coming. You can't start a day better than doing this, That's
it for this episode. Thanks for listening to the Cleine Line. This podcast is here to spark conversation, share a bit of insight, and shine a light on the things that matter to Buller. But I also want to hear what matters to you. If there's an issue you'd like my thoughts on, someone in the community we should feature, or a topic you think deserves some airtime, send me an email, jamie@theclineline.com. I'll be back next time with more updates, reflections, and what's been happening around the district. Until then, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk again soon.